Ask My Instructor 8.1.24. Use integration by parts to find this integral. In choosing u, we often choose a factor that is reduced in taking the derivative. In this case, neither factor is reduced if we take its derivative. But integration by parts still works. As you will see, the trick is to be consistent in choosing u. There is no obvious choice of u, and in fact, either factor works. I will choose the trig factor. Let u equal cosine of 8x. If u equals cosine of 8x, then dv is what is left over, e to the 3x dx. I find du, and I find v. And then I use the formula, and this is what I get. The first part, cosine 8x times 1/3 e to the 3x, I just cleaned that up. The second part, I have two negatives, so they cancel and make a positive, and I also brought the 8/3 to the outside. However, even with that simplifying, it looks like really I haven't improved the problem at all. But on this green part, I'm going to do integration by parts on it again, and you will see that it will work. Here is the part where being consistent is important. Last time we chose the trig function for u, so it is important that we again choose the trig function for the second iteration of integration by parts. Let u equal sine 8x. Then dv is what is left over. Du and v can then be found accordingly. Plug all of this into our formula, and this is what I get. Clean it up a little bit. And so for the second iteration, this is my solution. Okay, so this was our very first integration by parts, and we ended up with this green box. And then we did an integration by parts on the green box, and we got this. Okay, so that's what's going on here. We've done integration by parts 2 times. The first integration by parts gave us the top green box, and then we did integration by parts on that green box, and we got the second green box. And it looks now as if we have nothing but a huge mess. But make this observation. Our very first integral is being repeated. I'm going to add 64/9 times the integral to both sides of this equation. And when I do that, this is what I get. Then all I have to do is figure out what 1 plus 64/9 is, and then divide both sides by 9/73. just a little more cleanup. I'm going to get a common denominator inside of the parentheses. And then after getting a common denominator, I'm going to pull that denominator out and multiply it by 73. There was a lot of opportunity for error. So how do we know this is correct? This is the derivative of the right-hand side. I'm sorry. Take the derivative of the right-hand side and check that you get an answer of e to the 3x cosine 8x. So taking the derivative of the right-hand side, I'm using the product rule. And this is what I get. And then clean it up. And I do indeed get e to the 3x cosine 8x. So I know that my answer was correct. And so I'm all set. Take care and have a great day.